ladies. How are we doing? Okay, I wanted to make a really cool scene nail. I love doing scenes. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with doing some of our base colors, but I'm gonna try to open it up here a bit so you can see all the stuff I have lined up. I don't know if you can see it all here. We're gonna be doing some stamping with a black polish. I have my nice glass hearts that I'd like to use for water here. That's from Niao. I also have an OPI. It's I See You Wear OPI. It's a beautiful blue polish. And also Blue Iguana. This one is from China Glaze. I want to kind of make it water that goes to like a deep color. I also want to use my Morgan Taylor white. I love Morgan Taylor. She is a cheaper polish. Well, I wouldn't say cheap. She's about 10 bucks, 7, 8 bucks. But Morgan Taylor really is good with the pigments, and she's really good for stamping polishes and any type of regular polishes you want. Haven't tried her gel polishes, but her regular ones are fine. Niao Mermaid Tears. We're going to be using this as well. And I'm also going to be using my Purple Dawn from Young Nails. I got just a light blue iridescent, beautiful color here. And I'm also going to be using another stamping polish here from Moyu Stamping. It's like a purpley pink. Oh, it looks like a totally different color on my camera. It's more of like a purple. And I'm also going to be using that on a stamping plate that is a Mermaid scale. I also have my Color Club. This one is called Wild and Willing 868. This is like a coppery brown. And I also got my Cirque Topless in Times Square, it's called. I'd like to make some type of a beachy theme with these. Also, today we're going to be working with my little mermaids. So this is a water decals, so we're going to be using those as well. Also, just in case I need it, I have some Nutmeg Brown Apple Barrel paint. And I think that's everything I've got here now. And of course my stampers and my acetone, just in case I need it, and my little cleanup thingy here for my stamping plate. Now, I decided to go ahead and load up my thing here with the Couture 1, 2, 3 Go tips. I wanted something really long and full so I could do the full effect on these. I also wanted something that had a really good space to it because I do want to do like a scene on these. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide where I'm going to want that paint, because like I said, I want to do like almost like a beach. I was thinking about maybe doing a little bit of trees, mermaids in water. So it's going to be a blend of different things. So I believe that what I want to start off with is probably my beach. Now there is one nail out of this. I'm going to want to, just let me do a quick shake of this. I am going to want to do a mermaid nail. So I believe this one is going to be my mermaid nail. So I'm going to make a couple of them in different spots that I'll be using with my mermaid tears. This is what I'll start out with anyway. This is a gel polish. It will need to be cured. It's a beautiful like greeny blue. So I'm going to go ahead and put the first coat on. I don't want it too thick. I still want it kind of You know what? I do want these a little bit more thick, so I am going to do 2 coats because it is the actual mermaid tail I'm doing. And I think I'll do the same on this one on the other side, the ring fingers. And I'm going to go ahead and cure those. And I'll do 2 coats because I want it fairly pigmented if I'm going to be doing like a mermaid type nail. So I'll cure those and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got 2 coats of the mermaid tears on my ring fingers. Now I want to go through and I want to have like a little bit of a scene, and I think it would be better on the thumb. So I'm going to add a little bit of this brown in this corner. It's like a tanny. Maybe do a couple of coats of that over in this corner. So it's almost like sand on a beach. And I think on this one I'll do, I don't want them to be matchy-matchy, so maybe I'll do this nail and I'll put it on over here. I think I want it to be a little bit higher on this one. Yeah, something like that. Now I don't want all of them to have the beach theme. I just want a couple of them to have like beachy areas. Maybe I'll do something on this pinky here. Up in the corner like this. So I'll let that dry. Now, what I was also thinking of, okay, what I would like to do now for, well, I'll let those dry for a second before I go on to them anymore. Now with these mermaid tears, I am going to go back in with 1 more coat of the mermaid tears. I want it fairly pigmented. I've already done 2 coats. Now I'm going to do the 3rd coat here, but at this point what I'd like to do is I'd like to add a little bit of this give me a brush. This will work good. What I'd like to do with this is, just because it's a mermaid, I want to add some different coloring kind of through. Mermaids are not necessarily all one color. Like they'll have like little flecks of purple or green. So I added that in. And I think I want to add a little bit of this iridescent too, because it's so blue. Adding this purple might actually just give it some little bit of a different vibe to it there. Give it a little bit different color to my mermaid tail. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cure that and do the same with the other one. Add a little bit of this purpley. Maybe up here somehow. And I think I'll add some of this right through the middle. Maybe a little bit here. Oh, perfect. Okay, now I'll go ahead and cure those. Now that's all I'm going to use this for. So those can go away. Whoop. Like I said, can't script this now. Okay. Right. gonna just grab my little thing here. I'm wiping off onto my thing, and I should be wiping onto a paper towel. Okay, now, I'm gonna be done with this mermaid tears now. That can go. Now, the water. I want some to be more water, some to be more glossy. So now that I've got this brown on here, I'm gonna go on with my glassy blue. So I'm gonna take out my mermaid tails. I'm gonna put that in the lamp. Now, at this point, you know what? Let's go ahead and finish off these ones with the blue. With this, I'll probably use a couple of coats of this blue just to make sure I get a full coverage. And I get that nice blue tinge. So I want those on the ones with the brown. I don't want it too thick. I still want some translucency so it looks like water. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cure those. Now, let's get these open. Okay, my OPI and my China Glaze. Give those a good shake, open those up. Now, what I'd like to do with these is I'd like it to be more like an ombre. So you're going from the darker water to lighter water. So I'm gonna put where I want the darker first. So I'm gonna put my blue in the different locations that I want the darker water. Okay. Last one here. Okay, so that's where I want my darker water. Now, I'm gonna leave it open here just to make sure. These are done now. I'm gonna bring it back. And while we're waiting for that other little blue to dry, where's it? I'm gonna go in with my blue again. So it's got a nice color going on there. Really blue like water. And then I'm gonna put that in there. And I'm gonna go in with this again. And I'm gonna go ahead and cure that as well. Now, coming back to these ones, I'm now gonna go to the second lighter color. And I'm gonna kind of blend it a little bit in. So we've gone from a darker to a lighter. You can always go over these with the color again too, if you find you need a little bit more. Doesn't have to be the same colors that I'm using here either. Anything you envision in your mind is possible. So you just kind of look through the colors that you've got and say, oh, you know what, that might blend nice with that. That would make a good watercolor. Okay, there's that. We'll give those a minute to dry a bit. And some, okay, so now I just did 2 coats of these. So those are now done. Now we're starting to really get the oceany vibe going here. Okay, now with this sand, I don't know why, but I want to kind of deepen it up a little bit. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this polish. Not a lot, just a little bit. I'm going to dot it on my little thing here. And I'm going to take a little bit of the Copper Club. Sorry, Color Club, not Copper Club. I'm going to put a little dot in there, and I'm going to just try to see if we can get it. Ooh, a sparkly sand. And I'm going to kind of add this through. I'm not going to kind of cover it completely. It's almost like I want to add a little bit of shading to the sand. You know what? I'm going to need more because it's already gone. Shouldn't have done it on a piece of paper towel. So I'm going to get another piece of this, a little bit of this. I'm going to mix them to add some shading in my sand. So I don't know if you can see what I've done there. Add some shading. Okay, I am back. We're top coated and all my nails are ready to go for stamping. Now, I have 2 stamping plates here. This is just one I have here from What's Up Nails. It is got all the little fishies and stuff. What I want to focus on here is this little water. I'm trying to see if you can see it right here. It's like water foam. It's kind of what I want there. And I also have my other Chic Peak BM. I think this is, yeah, Maniology template. Now this one is Chic Peak BMXL 476. I use this one a lot here. This long one on the side here. Sorry, I left it a little bit dirty so you can maybe see it a little bit better, hopefully. But it also looks a lot like water foam. So I use those a lot for when I'm doing water. So now, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get over my acetone here because I'm gonna need it. I'm just gonna clean these off. Gonna get my stamping. I have this one here from Wildflowers that I use a lot, this stamping. If you can ever get this one, this is one of the better ones. You can tell the one it is because it's got the little curve to hold on to. I find the bigger ones are a little bit better. Those little tiny ones are, especially when you're doing a long nail, it's not very productive. So, and I also like my stamping plates to have a lot of surface area that you can stamp on, because quite honestly, when I'm doing long nails, the last thing I need to do is like 3 or 4 passes on the same nail. So I got my image here, and I'm going to go to my first one here. On this one, I don't think I'm going to use that. I'm going to use it on this one. Now, just let me clean that off. Just going to get some of this excess off here. I like to just tap to make sure the whole thing is down. And there's my little water image there. So I'm gonna do that. Clean that off. Now on this little pinky nail here, I'm gonna use this one. And I think I want it to be more foamy by the water edge there. So that's what I'm doing there. So coming up to the sand. Okay, so now I've got all the images down that I really want to do. These two are going to be different, of course. So now I've got my water kind of set up the way I want it. Now, this plate, this is Horn Cat Unicorn. And this one is from Clear Jelly Stamper. This has got the really nice Mermaid. Now I think I want not white. I think I want to go with a different color. So I'm going to go on with this pinky purple. Clean up my stamp here really quick. Get my fingers to work with me. And I just want to add a little bit of like mermaid look to that. I'm not going to complete it all the way up to the top. I don't want the whole thing to be mermaid-like. I'm going to go through and clean this one off and do that one more time on the other side. And I think on this one, I'll start from the top and I'll leave some space on the bottom, just to make it a little bit different. And there's a little bit of our mermaid look there. All right, now, at this point, before I go ahead and I put on any more image or my little decals or any more images, I think I want to top coat this just to protect what we have so far, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now we've got them top coated. At this point, what I want to do is I want to add a couple of little trees. Now, I have an image here of a couple of little trees, and I'll show you. It won't quite be to the scale, but I think it'll look good nonetheless. Very cute. So just so you can see how that looks. Water in behind and then a little tree there. Okay. I'm gonna put it there. There. So you can kind of see. Okay, at this point, because I've done a little bit more stamping here, before I add my decals, I'm going to do one more layer of top coat. Just go in and add a little bit of detailing to my flowers, and I'll be right back and I'll show you what we're going to do from that point. And let me just get in here a little bit so you can see some of these. So this is where we are at this point. So I'll be right back and we'll finish up. Okay, so now I'm back and we're going to add our water decals. So I'm going to go ahead, take this, hold it in the water. I always find warm water works, but you got to be very careful because warm water will eat it up pretty quick if you're not careful. There. Here's one. Let it dry on there. I'm going to take the next one, hold it in. Give it a few seconds. Take off the water a little bit. I'm going to lightly push it off. And there you go. Then I'm going to go here, do another one, hold it, make sure you don't lose grip of it or else you lose it in the water. That's it, it's pretty well gone. This one, have her swimming through the water there. Love that effect.